All right, this is probably the worst problem I've ever seen in my life. The amount of things that they're asking you to do, I don't know. This is where I really believe whenever I spoke to the woman on the phone that wrote this, they were just sitting in a room trying to come up with a really crazy hard problem, and I guess they did. I mean, I just think it's a little bit ridiculous for you to have to imagine all of this. So I wouldn't really expect something this difficult to show up on the end of course exam, but if it does, let me know, because that's pretty insane. Basically, they're saying I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options to pick from, and all of them could be right. None of, like, just one could be right. I'm pretty sure all of the ones that have these check boxes, at least one has to work. So, if you look, what transformations would carry the pentagon onto itself? That means after you did whatever it says in this list, you did all of these things, you would end up right back where you started. So some of you are naturally really good at visualizing all of this, and you're really good at imagining this happening. So this will be a little bit easier for you. So to reflect this across line EK, so I'm going to start with that first one, and I'm going to use a pencil and probably erase some stuff. So here's EK. That's the line EK. If I were to reflect this shape across EK, this bottom part here would now be up here. So this would be G prime, F prime, and this would still be E, but it would be E prime. And then this top piece would reflect down here. It would be H prime, I prime, and that's still E prime. Okay, so I did that. Now I have to rotate it 180 degrees counterclockwise around point K. So basically you're imagining almost that you are spinning this shape 180 degrees, like that. But what you want to remember is all of these pieces, so that's what it's going to look like there. So I've spun that 180 degrees. And then my last thing is it's going to reflect through the vertical line on point K. So here's my vertical line, point K. So if you reflect it, you're going to have this all over here. So here, here, and let's see, here, here. So this is E. This will be, that was I prime, so this will be I, and this will be, we're going from F prime to S. And then this part over here is going to reflect back here. So if I reflect that, that's going to go down, down here, and down there. This was H prime, so this will be H. And this one was G prime, so this will be G. So this is what our shape looks like. And if you think about what our shape looked like at the beginning, so let's look at it. There was a pointy part on the right, E, then I, H, G, and then S. So let's look at what it looked like in the very beginning. It was an E pointy part on the right, and then I, H, G, S. Awesome, that worked. Okay, so let's see if we can talk about this next one. See what they're asking us to do there. A 90-degree counterclockwise rotation about point E. So here's point E. To rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, it's going to be rotating this way. So this would make 90 degrees. So I is going to end up right here. Between H and E, let's see, this would make about 90 degrees. So this would be H. G to E, this would make about 90 degrees. So this would be G. And this would make 90 degrees, so that'll be S. So your shape will look like that. Sorry, this isn't the best rotating. And then it's going to reflect it across FG. So I'm guessing line FG was the original line FG, which is this one. So this is where I really feel like they just totally messed up writing this problem, because I can't imagine they're trying to ask us, so this is going to reflect across this line right here. This is the line FG, because they didn't say this is F prime, G prime, H prime, I prime. They didn't say that we're reflecting across F prime, G prime. So there's this line here, so what we're going to reflect it across there. So let's see, this part will be here, and this part will be over here, reflecting like this. Kind of be like that. And then a vertical translation. So it's going to move up. Well, I already have that E point, like basically right here. So if I make that vertically move up, it's definitely not going to be back where it was originally. So that's not going to work. Alright, I'm just going to skip down to the bottom. I'm not going to do all of these because this would be quite a long video. I just want to get you to have an idea of what they're trying to get you to think that they're doing. Let's see, the last one. A 180 degrees clockwise rotation about point E. So here's point E. So if I rotate that clockwise, it's going to be over here. So I basically just moved it 180 degrees over here. So this will be I prime. I moved all the way over there. This will be H prime. This will be G prime. This will be G prime, and that will be F prime. Just so you know what I'm doing there, to show 180 degrees, like basically I is going to move 180 degrees around E. H is going to move 180 degrees around E. So you see if I line up H and H prime, it's a straight line. That's 180 degrees, so that makes sense. If I line up G and G prime, that's 180 degrees. So that's how I know that I did my rotation correctly. Then I reflected it across a vertical line through point E, so here's point E. So if I reflect it, it'll be basically back where it was over here, except this will be F double prime, this will be G double prime, the H is going to end up here, and the I is going to end up here. And then a reflection across a horizontal line through E. So now if I reflect it through this line here, I is going to end up here, F is going to be down here, H is going to be up here, G is going to be down here. So that will be exactly what I started with. And I'm pretty sure if you work that one out, I think it works too, but try to see if it works yourself.